Hello and welcome back to Cycling Central. Today I'm going to be looking at the Oakley flight jacket prism lens versus the Oakley Jawbreaker prism lens. Okay. So the flight jackets are slightly longer on the top here, slightly wider on the top. So if you have a bigger face, I would recommend to pick yourself up a pair of the flight jackets. They're actually designed for a time trial sort of situation because they don't have the top bit like the flight jackets do. So the flight jackets have got that top section there, whereas the Jawbreaker, have the top bit there and the flight jackets don't. So when you're in your aero position, the top bit shouldn't be getting in the way of your eyes, which it doesn't. So it makes it look like a bug, but that's what cycling's all about. So when I look forwards and I'm tucked in, either on the drops, bent elbows on the hoods, or if you've got a time trial bike, these should help with not obstructing your field of view. Not that the top bit really does, but I can see how that would get annoying. When I am tucked in, I mean now you can't see the top. You can almost look over the top of that bit there, but it's high enough. When I wear my helmet, I wear a specialised Evade 2. The helmet comes onto the top here because they sit quite high up on your forehead, and my helmet actually comes here. Sometimes I have to push my helmet back a little bit because he sits so high. So if you don't like having a gap here, pick yourself up some flight jackets because they've got this raised bit and it really makes it a nice smooth transition. I've been using these for about a year and a half, no complaints. They stop the wind. They also have this little feature here where you press that in there and that nose piece pops up, so get a good angle there. So it's popped up there and then you can press it back in. Okay, so if you're going up a slow climb and it's misty, you can press that out and it brings them slightly further away from your face, so it should help with misting up. Not that these have a problem with misting up particularly, because I mean again it's a good lens and you look after it well, it'll be fine. They have misted up on me twice. Both times have been during heavy rain, or when there's just been heavy rain and it's hot and all the water evaporates off the road surface and mist them up. But again, both on climbs, as soon as you've gone descent or on the flat, you're not going to have a problem with misting up. So that's sort of a novelty thing. I picked them up because at the time they were cheaper than the Jawbreakers. Looking back, if they're the same price, I would go with the Jawbreakers, just because in my opinion, they're a more classic look, not quite as big. So my face is 56 centimetre circumference, so it's almost exactly a medium, bordering on small. So I think Jawbreakers probably will look better, but I've got no complaints with the flight jackets at all. So having a little look at the Jawbreakers. So essentially, I mean really it's the same lens. Side by side you can see the flight jacket is slightly taller, but it's marginal. It's basically a flight jacket lens with a top. Not much to say there really. It does have these cutouts that the flight jacket doesn't have, so it's got these little holes all the way around. Hopefully you can see them. This one hasn't got any holes on the bottom because it gets enough ventilation, because I think it sits slightly further up on your face. So as you can see, these are a bit smaller. Height-wise a bit more narrow. These ones I've got the red accent. You can't see this red bit here because it's under your helmet, so the only red you can see is the logo. So if you can't find an all black one and the red one's cheaper, just go for the red because it's basically black and it goes with the lens quite well because it's a red lens. Wearing these now, they feel more like traditional sunglasses, whereas those ones, the headband on these is a bit tighter, so the wrap is better. So this end of it here you can see is quite sharp, and it's made of a different material, whereas on, I mean, they look the same there, so you can't really see it on the camera, because I mean they're basically identical, but you might be able to tell that the angle is slightly more acute on the Jawbreakers, and it means that these squeeze your head more, not in an uncomfortable way, just in a grippy way. And there's less weight on my nose with the Jawbreakers, so with the flight jackets you can feel they could almost fall off. They never have, they never will, but it feels like the flight jackets could fall off. The Jawbreakers are much more snug on my head. That's just the design of the bands. Again, you're not going to have a problem with the flight jackets. If they're cheaper, go for the flight jackets. Basically, if you want to take one thing away from this review, you're probably going to suit both, unless you have a really tiny head, then you won't suit the flight jacket at all. If you just got a normal head, and you're on a budget like almost everyone is, go for the cheaper one. You won't be disappointed. They're both good sunglasses. It shouldn't be a problem, okay? In my opinion, the Jawbreakers do look better though, so if you really set on the Jawbreakers, go for them. An interesting thing here, the nose doesn't have the same flippy chip, it's not flip jet, it's on mountain bikes. Flips, I don't know what they call it, something, marketing something or other. The logo has got an accent, the red accent, so you can see it's an Oakley more. The adjustability of these ones is much better if you're adjusting it on the fly, which you shouldn't be, because the sunglasses, you adjust them once, they fit, lovely jubbly, you go for a ride and that's it basically. But these ones, if you pull this lever up here, you can adjust the length of your head strap, and there is 3, so there's obviously medium, large, small. Medium setting and large setting work well for me. If you've got a smaller head, obviously you're going to go for the smaller one, and that just clips back down. Very super easy to adjust. Fit well, functional. Flight jackets on the other hand, this part clips out here. I'm not going to do it because it's annoying to put back in, but this bit clips out and it comes with 2 lengths. I've gone for the longer one because my head's a bit longer. It also comes with a shorter one, I think it's about here, the other one ends. If you've got a small head, obviously you go with the smaller one. So these come quite far back on me, so all the way back there, which is what I prefer. I prefer a secure fit, and to get a secure fit out of the flight jackets I had to get the longer ones on. It doesn't get in the way of my helmet, but you can definitely, you have to put it on a certain way, otherwise it will get in the way, but once it's on properly you don't have a problem. I haven't actually ridden with the Jawbreakers because they're not actually mine, they're my sister's. Okay, so I haven't actually had the privilege to ride with these, but from what she's saying they are very good as well. Flight jacket prism lens, Jawbreaker prism lens. I'm really hoping that you can see for that final shot there. If you've enjoyed today's video, then please consider hitting subscribe. It helps me know that you're enjoying the content, as well as hitting the like button. Leave a comment. What did you enjoy? What do you want to see next? I don't have unlimited budget, I don't have all the stuff, but I've got most cycling things now. So if you've got anything you want to see, likely I've got it. And I'll give a quick review or comparison on it. I will see you in the next video.